A breakthrough, a lucky break, the day everything changes. So they wait for that day. They wait for motivation to strike like lightning, for the right conditions, for the version of themselves who finally has enough energy, enough time, enough certainty to begin. And while they wait, nothing moves. Not because they are lazy, not because they lack ambition, but because they are looking for a mountain to climb in one leap, when no one has ever climbed a mountain that way. But what if the leap was never the point? What if the smallest, quietest action repeated without drama was the only thing that ever actually built anything lasting? Here is the truth before the story even begins. Unstoppable success is not made from rare bursts of greatness. It is made from small, unremarkable actions done daily, compounding in silence, until one day the results can no longer be ignored. Let me tell you about a man who almost missed it because he was too busy waiting for the mountain. Ordinary man, extraordinary standard. Elias worked in a small print shop on the edge of town, and every night he told himself the same story. I am too far behind to matter. He compared himself to the ones who seemed to rise overnight. The neighbor who opened a second shop within a year. The friend who quit his job and never looked back. The stranger online who claimed he built a fortune in 90 days. Elias watched all of it and felt smaller each time. He wanted so badly to leap. He just didn't know where the ground was. One evening, walking home past the edge of the forest, he saw an old woman kneeling by a garden wall, laying a single brick into a low, unfinished structure. Just one. Then she stood, brushed the dust from her hands, and walked away. He returned the next evening. She was there again, one brick, then gone. "You only lay one?" Elias finally asked. The woman didn't look up. "Every day, one. That will take years to become anything." She placed her palm flat against the section of wall already standing, waist high now, weathered, solid. "This took 412 days, she said. "Nobody saw me carry the 412 bricks. They only see the wall now and they call it luck." Why not lay 10 a day, finish faster? Because 10 a day breaks the back before it builds the wall. One a day and the wall builds itself while I stay whole. She finally looked at him. The mountain is never climbed. It is only walked, one stone at a time, by someone who stopped measuring the summit. Elias thought about that for a long time. The next morning he did one thing he had been avoiding. A single email, 5 minutes, nothing more. The morning after he did one more. A page read, a page written. A single rep, a single call, a single small brick laid into a wall he could not yet see the shape of. Weeks passed, then months. 91 days in, he noticed the shop's ledger looked different. 12 new clients, none of them from a single dramatic pitch, all of them from 91 quiet mornings of small, unglamorous effort. He didn't celebrate. He didn't post about it. He simply kept laying bricks, one each day exactly as before, and let the wall become what it was always becoming. There is a hidden truth beneath every story of sudden success. Nothing is actually sudden. What looks like an overnight leap is almost always the 412th brick, the one that finally became visible to someone who wasn't watching the first 411. Think about it in real terms. A single % of improvement repeated daily compounds into something over 37 times greater within a year. Not because the math is magic, but because small effort, unbroken, builds on itself. A musician who practices 20 minutes a day accumulates over 100 hours before the year ends. Hours a hesitant beginner waiting for the right moment to start never touches at all. A writer who completes one page daily has a finished book in under a year without ever once writing for 8 hours straight. So ask yourself this. What wall have you been waiting to leap over instead of laying one brick against today? Not through force, not through urgency, not through the burst of motivation that fades by Thursday, through repetition, through the unremarkable, through the single small act that asks so little of you, you have no excuse left to withhold it. This is what the old woman understood and what Elias came to understand after her. The mountain was never the obstacle. The obstacle was believing the mountain had to be climbed all at once. Small, daily, quiet, unseen until it isn't. That is the whole secret. No more complicated than a single stone placed with care and then placed again tomorrow. I once believed I needed a single defining moment to prove I was capable of anything worth having. I waited for it. I delayed real work while I waited for it. And in that waiting, years passed that a few quiet daily bricks could have filled with something real. I think of the old woman's wall often now. Waist high, weathered, built by hands no one was watching. Somewhere you already have a wall like that waiting. You don't need the whole structure today, you only need the one brick in front of you. So lay it, just the one, and trust that tomorrow you'll lay another. If this kind of quiet reflection speaks to you, consider staying a while longer here. There are more stories like this one, for anyone still learning to walk instead of leap. Until then, one brick, one day. That's all it ever takes.